This week at Edmunds Live, I'm joined by Mike McGrath, Mike Monticello, Jay Kavanaugh, and Aaron Riches. And this week, our big story was the Honda Civic versus the Toyota Corolla comparison test. Mike wrote it, the Honda Civic won. But that's not the story this week. What I want to know is from each of you, which of any of the compact sedans would you buy?
Yeah. The 2014 Corolla made huge leaps forward from the last one. The 2013, everything else has had a refresh. The 2013 Corolla was pretty much at the bottom. It's way up there now. It's a really nice, solid, safe bet. That said, I'd still buy the 2013 or 2014 Mazda 3 without question.
Jay?
I've not driven these, however, from what I hear about the 2014 Mazda 3, to Mike's point, that seems to be the one to choose. But again, I haven't driven these.
Yeah, it's Mazda 3. I mean, it's of the group, it's really the only driver's car out there. I mean, the Focus is pretty close, but it's got kind of a clunky power shift transmission at low speed, and I'll take that Mazda 3.
But you used to have kind of a clunky interior, kind of a second-rate everything.
Really small.
Right.
Not
and
that efficient either.
on really rough roads, it was rough. This one fixes all of that, and it's actually pretty good driving down Wilshire, which is pretty much a third world country.
Yeah, there's little that it does wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Mazda 3. In the past, I've been a pretty big Civic fan, and I've always liked whenever I drive the Focus, I like that too. But the Mazda 3, I know it's going to drive the way I want, and I like that. And just the way the car looks, it looks so much better than anything in that class. It looks like a more upscale car. So
It looks like someone tried to style it.
yeah.
Let's go on to our social media minute. Let's bring in Claire on Skype.
Hey guys, so a question came in on Facebook from Josh Ramirez. He asked, do you think Chevrolet will ever have an answer to the Focus ST or Fiesta ST?
I don't know about either of those, but I'm just really hoping they'll bring back that code 130R from a couple of auto shows again. That's that small four-cylinder up front, rear-wheel drive that would be a good FRS BRZ competitor. So I'm ignoring the question and answering a different one, and I want them to build the code 130R.
Now they do have the Sonic RS.
The Sonic RS is actually not a bad little car. I mean, it's slower. It doesn't have any more power, so it's slower than the Ford's ST cars. But it's actually a pretty good little handler. But it's still nowhere near what the Focus and the Fiesta ST are. Will they ever get there? I mean, I hope so. I don't want to be a hater, but right now it's they're pretty far off of what the ST cars are doing.
Yeah. But I don't think that they're not capable of doing it. If you look at what they've been doing with the C7, the Camaro Z28, Cadillac CTS V Sport, they're clearly going in a very aggressive, in terms of capability and performance and all-around package direction. And I think that they've definitely got the chops, and it wouldn't surprise me if they did come out with something that's competitive.
Ability, perhaps just not the will.
But they can spread out those big, powerful V8s over a bunch of different chassis. Do they have the volume to make a good, small, super strong 4?
I think they do, because I think Bill Visnick wrote an article last week. They're developing a new engine for the Cruise or the Encore or something, because they need more power there. You could use something like that in one of those cars.
Encore needs it.
Okay, what else do you have, Claire?
So Mike Anthony posted on Facebook, why are the Civics still 2013s? Can't find a 2014 in stock.
Well, I guess I can answer that. Basically, different car companies come out with their model year at different times, and it also depends on the car itself, the model. So there will be a 2014, just Honda hasn't reached the dealership yet with them. But most importantly, the 13 and 14 Civics really not going to be different, so no problem buying the 2013.
No other questions this week, but we're always looking for more. So like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Claire. Now let's move on to our next topic, the Camaro Z28. Jay Kavanaugh, you were taken for a ride in it. Tell us about it.
Yes, I was in the 2014 Camaro Z28 on the Milford Road Course, otherwise known as the Let's Ring. And I was a passenger. I didn't get to drive it, but it was obvious from the passenger seat that this is a very serious high-performance car, and they make no excuses about its streetability. I mean, it's got R-compound tires, it's got very aggressive spring rates and damping. It doesn't even have air conditioning. Well, you can get it as an option. I mean, they're really serious about making this thing a track car. And it works. It's pretty brilliant, the chassis. Oh, it's got an LS7 too, but again, it was all about the chassis when we went there.
I'm as big a fan as anyone on that LS7 motor, but you can get that in a car that's, what, 600 pounds lighter in the 2013 Corvette Z06. That Z28 is still very, very heavy, right?
Oh yeah, it's more than 3,800 pounds, so it's still heavy. I mean,
right.
Even though they took some weight out of it compared to the Camaro SS, it's still a Camaro, so it's still really dense.
This week, Mercedes released the first info of the 2015 C-Class, as well as pictures of its interior. It's very much a blend of sort of the CLA with some S-Class in there. A little more upscale, simplified, fewer buttons, and a touchpad. How did it look?
Well, we didn't see the outside of the car.
No.
We only saw the interior, and the interior is pretty crazy. You know, I'm a little worried that it's saying everything's controlled by finger gestures, and I start having Cadillac Q nightmares, and I start thinking I'm going to be giving the system a finger gesture if it doesn't work right. But you know, Mercedes is probably going to get it right. That's my guess.
Yeah.
But you were saying something about the reason they're doing the touchpad and eliminating buttons is because of the Chinese market?
That's why Audi did it with the A8 originally. It was that it's much easier for them just to accept Chinese characters implemented in the touchscreen than it is to try to build a multi-thousand unit library that you would have to scroll through with a wheel. And that seems to be the same thing that would happen here, and expect that to go throughout the Mercedes lineup as they start getting refreshed.
Let's go to our lightning round. Now this week we're going to go with something a little different. I'm all going to give you the same question. Hyundai is giving you the chance to win a Hyundai Tucson customized by Galpin to survive the zombie apocalypse. Not just you, actually, this is a national sweepstakes. I don't know about you, but I probably wouldn't pick a Tucson to survive the zombie apocalypse. What car or truck would you choose?
This is just like pre-selected for me, isn't it? Because it would be the Brabus G63 6x6.
Oh my gosh.
I would get about...
You get off the G-Class.
No. I would get about 600 feet from the zombies before I ran out of gas, but I assume I could run over a million before then.
With all six wheels.
All six wheels.
Jay, zombie apocalypse, what are you picking?
Well, I don't even know how to ride a motorcycle because I'm afraid that it would be too much fun and I would be dead instantly. But I would learn how to ride a motorcycle because that's the only way you're getting out of LA during a zombie apocalypse. The freeways are going to be jammed. You got to have a dual sport, knobby tires so you can go off-road, avoid the freeways, and just bone out.
G-Wagon 6x6.
You know, Supercross racer Ryan Villapoto says he's taking a Ford Raptor, so I'm going to go with that. I can outrun your G-Class.
Yep.
And run over the zombies. I can jump over the zombies.
Aaron, what are you getting?
I'm getting an X5M because it's quick, it's luxurious, so at least I'll be comfortable and happy.
Will those low-profile tires be able to properly run over zombies, though?
They're run flats. They'll survive the bite.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, that's all I got for this week. We will not be here next week. See you in 2 weeks. That's been Edmunds Live. Thanks, guys.